How's it going, everyone? Jiivita here with another Let's Play episode. So I've been doing a little bit of the stuff that I kind of talked about previous episode as far as, well, I haven't gotten all these crafting tables moved, but I was thinking about moving them, and then I was like, well, I need somewhere to put all the stone. So what I started working on is basically creating a basement. So, and let's see here. Yeah, so I got a pretty decent sized space kind of cleared out here, and I'm on Vita Loca, which she doesn't have the best gear at the moment, or best light source at least, but a pretty expansive area. So I don't exactly, I mean, I have a few ideas. I was kind of thinking like with the naturey courtyard, or just in front of the crafting machines, have like at strategic spots or every so often ramps that kind of come down to here. Now I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to do it, because I'm afraid or have suspicions that the ramps are going to be more bigger, I guess, than I'm really kind of envisioning. But I thought it'd be kind of cool if even get out of this hole, that this kind of center that the center nature area will be more or less like kind of almost floating, and have like diagonal ramps going down towards the center. Yeah, I'm like motioning with my hand. I'm trying to do it with my mouse, but it's not really. But yeah, kind of go down an angle like that to where it's almost like a floating planter for this tree and whatever else ends up going here. That was kind of the original idea behind it, but I'm just imagining a ramp going down at a 45-degree angle. I think it's going to be more intrusive than I'm really wanting. So I could have like ramps kind of more going down to the side, so like here, heading off to the north or something like that. I don't know. Options. We'll figure it out eventually, but at least have a space I can start setting up shelves, start moving all these crafting tables. But I started to go get some gravel, and I started to use a particular trick that I use on occasion, uses a tool that I probably really underutilize, but I just thought I would kind of share it with you all, because it really highlights some of the many and varied uses there is for this particular tool. And you might already be familiar with it. BoundlessMaps.com. It was put together by Simoid, and it even has like a little client that you can run if you're on PC that will track the position of your character, so it'll even keep track of your character on the map essentially. But we figured out last episode that this planet was at Nia ZK or something like that, as the gravel that I'm interested in. And yeah, this is a pretty interesting. Oh, this just kind of happens to be. Is this the same place? I don't know. Somebody messaged me a while back, and yeah, somebody with permissions to this beacon kind of had some fun with bombs, I suppose. So just kind of be careful who you give permissions to, I suppose. But yeah, I think this has to be the same build. It looks like maybe a bit more. Okay. Oh wow, lots of signs. I think they're all in German, so. But yeah. Anyway, I just kind of passed through here. I already kind of scouted out a gravel location, and just kind of vaguely passed through here. Seems like a pretty interesting, was it Bayern, something like that? Probably butchering the pronunciation, but figured we'd take a quick look around. Looks interesting, kind of a building in progress. I guess it's going to be a tower. We have over here, got a sphere up in the sky. But I guess we'll kind of. Ooh, that's interesting. I saved the location of at least one gravel patch. Whoa. Helps to look where you're going. Come on. Okay, is it? Well, no. I almost thought, I was like, is it going to be a bridge? Or is it a bridge? That's really kind of interesting. Huh. Oh, maybe it's kind of like, I don't know. Like it's almost trying to be a wall. Maybe it's kind of like a decorative wall. Oh no! I don't have the. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's nice. Kind of I don't know, almost puts me in the mind of like maybe a slightly squashed star, and it's, you know, got a diamond above it. These cool floating crystals. Ooh, that's not too shabby right there. Kind of what? Floating just proud, yeah, of the gleam in the background. Probably looks really nice at night as well. But yeah, so let's go ahead and I guess warp to this gravel location and kind of show off what I'm doing here. And you know, it's not like a foolproof method, but it can be helpful and at least interesting to kind of check this out if you're looking for a particular type of surface resource like gravel. So let's see, our saved location, gravel, and yeah, here we are. This is basically the color. I mean, I was hoping for white. Here's the little test sample that I took, but yeah, this is not a horrible place to get gravel. I haven't tested. Is it more than one? Oh, it is more than one. Ooh. So we can go as deep as 3. So if regeneration bombs, this really wouldn't be too bad. Do I not have a loot magnet? Wow. So yeah, I first got out here and I didn't have my regeneration bombs, and now apparently I don't have a loot magnet unless... No, that's not a loot magnet. I could have sworn this character had a loot magnet at one time, but oh well. So basically what I wanted to show is this is the map. Oh, and you can't see that, so let's go to desktop. There we go. So here is the map of this particular planet. Here is my character's location, and if you want to track your location, one, you have to be on PC, so I apologize, console users. You can still use this map. I guess I don't know if it works well on mobile. I've never tried it on mobile, but you can see down here, wherever you mouse over, that is the coordinates. So if you're trying to figure out where your character is, you can kind of, you know, there's my coordinates, and then kind of see the outlying terrain. But what I wanted to show is this is basically what the gravel patches look like from this perspective or on the map. And so I haven't actually gone there and checked it out, but this looks like a better gravel location potentially. Now I think some of the stone might sort of be a similar color, so that could be all rock, but it might be a much better gravel location, which means I might have to like stop and regenerate the gravel location a lot less often. This makes me think of mountains maybe, but given, you know, I don't know this planet very well, so this is where kind of having knowledge of the planet comes in handy. But I kind of wanted to show another example of this. Let's go to the overmap, and let's see here. It connects to what is it? There we go. Gravitas Te, and oh yeah, is it Storis 2? Oh no, let's take a look. I'll recognize it once I get there. But it's one of my favorite clay farming locations, actually. But my original clay location ended up getting like an entire, like the capital essentially built on top of it. Now, I don't think this is quite right. It's similar. But the clay seemed to favor a certain kind of biome, and so I used this map to essentially identify another biome, and that didn't have a whole bunch of settlements around. So all these blue stars are settlements. This is the Portal Seeker Gateway. So pretty handy resource, and what this is usually used for is, let's see here, show coordinates. There's here we go, show regions. So if you're hunting for meteors, you can turn this on, track yourself, and then you can just go from region to region to see if you can get some meteors to spawn essentially. So if you're leading the hunt, this is a pretty invaluable tool. But let's go back to the overmap, and where... Okay, here we go. So it is Storis 2. So yeah, you see these kind of rings, kind of zoom way in here. So the interesting thing about this biome is that I found that this darker or kind of bluish grass will always have clay underneath it. And so you can go to these rings and farm out clay, but really if you kind of come over here, you can see that there's this much bigger patch. I mean, there's some trees that kind of contend with, but all of that is clay as well. But almost all of this is kind of beaconed, and you see all these big huge buildings are built on top of it, which just kind of For one thing, I feel bad for tearing this up because, I mean, there's a bunch of people around, but if you kind of zoom out and look for similar locations, let's see here, is this? Yeah, here we go. So here's another location. So all of this right here is clay as well. And, and this looks like a pretty decent spot in through here. Again, you kind of have to deal with trees, but if you just kind of dig down a little bit, just every once in a while you deal with some kind of tree roots. It's not too bad. There might be better places to get clay, but this is just, you know, I'm kind of lazy. I find one spot that works for me and I kind of stick with it. So let's hop back over here to this planet and check out this other potential hotspot. So that's really just basically straight east. So I started to say I could kind of mouse over, and that's what, 83 north by 1400 east, but really just go east and I should be able to find it pretty easily. Okay, so I'm guessing this is probably it, and it looks like it's going to be a meteor crater. So maybe not the most ideal, but still full of gravel. Maybe. That certainly didn't seem very big. Was that really the right place? Let's check the map again. Oh, so we like way overshot it. Or I guess it's probably just because we're zoomed in. So it's kind of strange. It looks a lot bigger, but I guess it could be a kind of a play on the slopes or something. So a little, like I said, this is no way or any means like easy mode or a surefire bet, but it is worth a look if you're looking for certain things that at least are visible from, you know, orbit essentially. But so yeah, we're right on top of that, and it's kind of, I don't know, just strange that I guess it's trying to blend in some of the water with some of the gravel, and you can see that it's not like a consistent, I forget how many blocks each pixel actually represents, so could be an issue of that basically. But let's go hop over, or I guess I'll just on my own time go gather a bunch of gravel at that other location, and maybe we can work on some gravel pathways or something. Okay, so I dug out this gravel patch basically twice, and yeah, it's kind of shocking how fast. Well, okay, so what, I got a good 4 smart stacks with a partial, which is actually has hardly anything in it. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of a shame I'm sort of wasting my persisting pi buff, but I could just kind of log out and not use this character until I'm ready to dig up something else, because that's what this character is for, is literally specializing in shovels and axes. So I think I'm going to go ahead and return home. Kind of the motivation for it is kind of saving the durability on this shovel. I think it's my last one. I don't really anticipate a huge need for more of these anytime soon, but I don't know. I always like to have some in reserve. So, but let's head home. That's his little dummy beacon that I did just for the purpose of getting through the tutorial. So, but yeah, we're just right here. Let's quickly dump. How about, yeah, right here. Dump out this gravel, maybe. Yeah, the sand and soil can go there. Let's put the animal and rock stuff over here. Food can go in here as well. And do I have a, here we go. Here's some, knew I had a spot for flowers. Okay, oh, filled up on flint, I guess. Let's go throw it in there. Let's put the regeneration bombs away and the shovel. Well, this is the axe guy, so he can hang on to the axe. So yeah, let's switch back over to Dulce Vita, and I don't know, maybe you can set up some storage shells, or ooh, I have a whole bunch of shop stands I could actually set up. And at at some point I need to figure out what I want to do for the walls, and I think my original plan was to kind of sort through the rocks, so kind of like I gotta do this before I can do that, before I can do this other thing. And there we go, here's some shop stands. Yeah, it's kind of surprising how fast I can actually burn through these. But yeah, the general idea is to have shop stands like so, kind of completing these little cubbies. Whoops. That one went way over there. Whoops. I guess we could use an extra pot there. So yeah, I almost always have a totem in that position, so turn beacon view back off. Let's see here. So this kind of seems to be the overflow for our rock stuff for some reason, even though it's our forge. Definitely put some shop stands here. And I guess really we can rip out those crafting tables over here. So there's, yeah, we got wood and rock, and so we'll be able to basically store a lot more stuff right here. Just kind of go ahead and I guess break all of this is gonna completely destroy my inventory, but it'll get fixed eventually. Goodness. Okay, let's place down. Oh, that went in the right spot. Should have gone in there. So let's put the wood up there, I guess, and use this one for stone, maybe. We have lots of stone. Look at all of that. These are some of the crafting tables that I was using to craft stone for experience, so. And okay, so we have sand and silt. Okay, so basically stuff to make glass. Yeah, that can go underneath the wood, I suppose. There we go. And I guess sand on the bottom there. And so we could put maybe some signs, but I don't know, I just generally remember like, oh, this is my wood, sand, and soil tower of shop stands, and then this is nothing but stone. And yeah, if we get, well, with all the stone that we do have, we'll probably need more. We have, but we can either set up shelving down below, or maybe just a whole wall of shop stands, at least for maybe the undesirable colors, because like all of this, was it silk yellow? Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this color. So we can kind of separate that off at some point, probably on my own time. But I'd place some more of these. And I still haven't really had an opportunity to go looking for like a new mall or anything like that. But that is on the to-do list. And I want to be, the reason why I'm saying is I want to be a little bit careful I don't use all of my shop stands. I mean, I don't need maybe just a huge number of them to open up a shop, but definitely need a reasonable amount. But we got 161, so not burning through them too terribly fast. And I guess, okay, good, perfect. I was a little bit nervous, like, oh, did I, when I was making the overhang, was I taking into account that I normally put shop stands here? So this kind of cubicle design is one that I use on my main account as well, and I don't know, I like it. Works for me. And yes, well, let's see here. What would we put with the workbench that we would need in mass? It's kind of like, I don't know, I really abuse compactors, mixers, not necessarily mixers, extractors is what I meant to say. There's like, what, waxy earth yams and making wax, as well as milk, but I won't necessarily be making the exact same things on this account. We'll just kind of have to wait and see what I end up, so I might take a completely different strategy on this account, because this account I do more like, oh, I'll just go buy it, basically. And let's see here. This whole cubby should probably be pushed back at least 1 block, if not 2. I'll maybe kind of hold off on that. But I think shop stand should go there. So all of this needs to go back 1 or 2 blocks. Maybe, eventually. Not right now, though. Okay, so we practically burned through... Well, we burned through, what, 81 shop stands? So... And could probably... Yeah, I think some were meant to go here as well. And so what we can do is put... like all of my ore into here. So like I'll have 1 for copper, 1 for iron, 1 for, you know, and maybe have 1 for all the different types of metal that are for the bars, essentially the smelted versions. I don't know. It's at least an option. I mean, the storage shelves work, but at one point this was literally overflowing with ore, so. But kind of have been burning through it and I haven't really been doing a whole lot of mining. So... Oh, we picked up a lot of earth yams. We could use one of these. We're not gonna need... Yeah, that'll work for now. Oh, we could have put them right here, I suppose. Okay. There we go. We went through 90. Shop stands, and we'll use what, another 12 right here, is that right? Because that's going to be 6, 6, or 18 it looks like, I guess. But all of that needs to be shifted back. So, yeah, we might need to make more eventually, but we're off to a good start here. And I guess we can go ahead and do like a gravel pathway. I was kind of thinking maybe just a 2-block wide, but maybe at least 3 might be better. Not sure. Ooh, I still have a little bit of persisting pie buff left as well. So let's grab out shovel and that ashen turquoise, and this is what, bright? Or where? Oh, weary teal. It's kind of like turquoise. So we can do that for now. This character should have enough power and everything to be able to one-shot dirt on this planet. Once we get past the grass, at least. So yeah, we just kind of start. Oh yeah. So there's not gonna be anything underneath any of this. Yeah, we could do maybe 2 blocks, or really, I guess maybe just coming 4 blocks out. Kinda, I don't know, like a little bit coming out from underneath the overhang of the roof. That's not a real efficient use of my tool, but neither is trying to hit the grass. I guess we could do from underneath. That would be the... We're gonna... Maybe if I land on the sand, I won't take full damage. So... Whoops, wrong button. There we go. So yeah, this might end up being... I was... Like I said, originally just thinking like, oh, 2 blocks wide, and now all of a sudden I'm thinking 4 blocks. I think it'll look good. Oh, that's a thought. Like, we could do like a transition, I suppose. Like 2 blocks gravel, 2 blocks transitioning into the crafting area, but I'm not really sure what the transition material would be, other than, I guess, just some kind of rock. I'm not 100% sure that's the right... Let's see here, this comes out... Oh, a decent distance. Should be coming right up to wherever the shop stands are going to be. Which... I could just push this back one block... or something. I don't know. Okay, so let's play around with the gravel, I suppose. And there shouldn't really be any rotation to the gravel, so we don't really have to worry about how we're placing it. Oh, yeah, I think that'll be nice. Doesn't... a little bit wider or thicker than I was originally thinking, but doesn't look like excessive or anything. Can I reach? Oh, I can reach. Oh, it's probably because I have the... There we go. It's like you still get a sorta indicator with the chisels, but it's a lot less apparent. We place... Yeah, we did place a block underneath there. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll still have the little hole over there, and actually there's it's kind of like a natural hole over here that just got a whole lot more dangerous. I mean, I fall in it on a fairly regular basis, but now it's like you can't even jump out of this one anymore. Not to mention it might be high enough that I'd actually take a little bit of fall damage. Not that it's gonna like kill me or anything, not unless I'm already really low, but yeah, and I'm just not... Take a look at this. That's the edge of the roof, and comes out another 2 blocks. Here's the edge of the roof, and we're coming out perfect, another 2 blocks. So at least as far as where the roof terminates at, it works. It's like it's really going to kind of shrink down our courtyard area though. So, But, you know, we can always make modifications as we go along. Okay, so, interesting. Yeah, I was just filling in this kind of 3-block area, and I kind of, yeah, I think I like the 3-block width better than the 4 blocks. So yeah, if I feel like this is stealing too much away from what I was envisioning, kind of the naturey area, I could always just back it off, and then what, we'd only be 1 block out from underneath the roof or whatever. So yeah, I think that'll be fine. I mean, this isn't bad, but just something feels more right about this. And it looks like I went a little too far into here, but you know, interesting. I think I'm gonna like this. But I guess we'll go ahead and kind of cut this off here. I mean, I think we spent, what, 15 minutes going over the map or getting out there and talking, and then another 15 minutes of kind of reorganizing and putting down the walkway. But Anyway, this was Jiivita. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more like this, and if there's anything you didn't like, please let me know down below. Also, if you like my channel, want to get cool perks, check out my Patreon page. Until next time, peace.